Hi, it's that fancy chick back again. It's another week, it's another stream. Here to talk about a couple of things. Um, so, oh, sorry, had a day at work, had been dealing with technical issues all day, which basically, because of those technical issues, I didn't get done a lot of stuff that I wanted to get done today. Um, so I'm very behind and trying to get this video done for you so you can have a video on Friday. It'll be a Wednesday video. So trying to get that done for you. But I am so behind because of work. Don't you just hate it when work gets in the way? but But the things I want to talk about, AI, copyright. You know how I feel about AI. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it taking the jobs of writers and actors and also going to talk about but before I talk about the AI and this copyright judgment, we're going to talk about Blue Beetle and something that they something that was said by the director that hints at a future for Blue Beetle. We'll see if there is a future for Blue Beetle. Yes. Yes, I had, as they would say, I had a case of the Mondays for sure. A case of the Mondays. I couldn't deal. Okay, so first we're going to deal with Blue Beetle. Okay. So the headline is Blue Beetle's director teases a big future for DC's new hero. And there's a picture of the Blue Beetle himself. And let's go down here. Spoiler warning. Ooh, I hope it doesn't. During a recent interview with Collider, Blue Beetle director Angel Manuel Soto stated Jamie Reyes' story is only just the beginning. We didn't want to immediately have him team up with anything. Those team ups can happen whenever they want to happen, but in Jamie's story, this is just literally like the beginning. It's just connected. Then comes the whole relationship aspect of it, which is like the next version that we wanted to explore. Now that this also is like a prologue of sorts that sets up the stage of who is Jamie, who is his family, his personality, his community. Now you don't have to spend time exploring that. You want to give this movie time to give this introduction properly so that we really know Jamie's heart fully so that when the other movies come, we can start having explosions every 5 minutes if you want. Okay, so this is a recent interview with Collider. So this is the director. So we don't know if this is just wishful thinking or if he's actually believing in other movies coming. Because he's talking like it's an ongoing thing, like there are actual movies coming. And if this is a recent interview, I don't know why he would be saying that if he got wiped out. So I wish they would have said how recent this interview was, like when they actually interviewed him, because that would say a lot about what he's saying about the future of Blue Beetle and this franchise in this universe. Hmm. Yeah, they didn't promote, but that's not Blue Beetle's fault. The fact that they didn't promote it is not Blue Beetle's fault. That's on the studio. The studio could have put out commercials for it, even if they did not have actors or writers to promote it. They could have put out commercials for it. They could have put out social media for it. They could have promoted it way more than they did. I don't understand why they didn't. I don't understand why there was absolutely no promotion for this movie. But it yeah. It was great. It was giving me Shazam vibes. Like that first Shazam when that first came out and everybody loved that and how refreshing that movie was, especially in the DC slate. That's what this Blue Beetle was like. Um, so that's why it's really sad that it didn't get the same box office that Shazam got. It's a shame. If they had the same promotion that Shazam got, they could have gotten the same box office. But it really is a shame. I'm really sad. So I'm like, this could just be the director's wishful thinking that this could be a jump off for a whole other, franchise. But it ought to be a jump off for a whole new franchise. It really shouldn't just end like this. It's kind of sad for it to end like this. It's kind of sad. It makes me sad to think about it ending like this. But if they and I believe if they keep him because of what James Gunn is doing, he's actually going and utilizing characters that they haven't used before. I have a feeling that if they keep him, they would use unused characters. They would use characters that, rather than using the same characters over and over again, they would go and utilize some unknown DC heroes because there's tons of DC heroes. There's some black ones that haven't been used, and I'm not just talking about Cyborg. There's a couple of black ones out there that could be used. That could be put in somebody's movie or could get a movie of their own. DC is, DC could use a black superhero movie. I mean, it's about time, DC. You saw what Black Panther did for Marvel. I'm just saying, and I'm available. I am available. Okay, so on to this AI copyright judgment, which really is gonna have some weight on this current strike, writer strike, actor strike? Um, AI created art isn't copyrightable, judge says in ruling that could give Hollywood studios pause. A federal judge on Friday upheld a finding that from the U.S. Copyright Audit Office that a piece of art created by AI is not open to protection. More than 100 days into the writer's strike, fears have kept mounting over the possibility of studios deploying generative artificial intelligence to completely pen scripts. But intellectual property law has long said that copyrights are only granted to works created by humans, and that doesn't look like it's changing anytime soon. A federal judge on Friday upheld a finding from the U.S. Copyright Office that a piece of art created by AI is not open to protection. The ruling was delivered in an order turning down Stephen Thaler's bid challenging the government's position, refusing to register works made by AI. Copyright law has never stretched so far to protect works generated by new forms of technology operating absent any guiding human hand, U.S. District Judge Beryl Howell found. The opinion stressed human authorship is a bedrock requirement. The push for protection of works created by AI has been spearheaded by Thaler, chief executive of neural network firm Imagination Engines. In 2018, he listed an AI system, the Creativity Machine, as the sole creator of an artwork called A Recent Entrance to Paradise, which was described as autonomously created by a computer algorithm running on a machine. The Copyright Office denied the application on the grounds that the nexus between the human mind and the creative expression is a crucial element of protection. Thaler, who listed himself as the owner of the copyright under the work for hire doctrine, sued in a lawsuit contesting the denial and the office's human authorship requirement. He argued that AI should be acknowledged as an author where it otherwise meets authorship criteria, with any ownership vesting in the machine's owner. His complaint argued that the office's refusal was arbitrary, capricious, and an abuse of discretion, and not in accordance with the law, in violation of the Administrative Procedure Act, which provides for judicial review of agency actions. The question presented in the suit was whether a work generated solely by a computer falls under the protection of copyright law. In the absence of any human involvement in the creation of the work, the clear and straightforward answer is one given by the registrar. No, Howell wrote. U.S. copyright law, she underscored, protects only works of human creation and is designed to adapt with the times. There's been a consistent understanding that human creativity is at the core of copyrightability, even as that human creativity is channeled through new tools or into new media. While the ruling stated, while cameras generated a mechanical reproduction of a scene, she explained that they do so only after a human develops a mental conception of the photo, which is a product of decisions like where the subject stands, arrangements, and lighting, among other choices. Human involvement in and ultimate creative control over the work at issue was key to the conclusion that the new type of work fell within the bounds of copyright, Howell wrote. Various courts have reached the same conclusion. In one of the leading cases on copyright authorship, Burrow Giles Lithographic Company versus Cerrone, the Supreme Court held that there was no doubt that protection can be extended to photographs as long as they are representative of original intellectual conceptions of the author. The justices exclusively referred to such authors as human, describing them as a class of persons, and the copyright as the right of a man to the production of his own genius or intellect. Oh, goodness. In another case, the federal appeals court said that a photo captured by a monkey can't be granted a copyright since animals don't qualify for protection. Okay. The judge also explored the purpose of copyright law, which he said is to encourage human individuals to engage in creation. Copyrights and patents, she said, were conceived as forms of property that the government was established to protect, and it was understood that recognizing exclusive rights in the property would further the public good by incentivizing individuals to create and invent. The order was delivered as courts weigh the legality of AI companies training their systems on copyrighted works. The suits filed by artists in California federal court alleged copyright infringement and could result in the firms having to destroy their large language models. In March, the Copyright Office affirmed that most works generated by AI aren't copyrightable, but clarified that AI-assisted materials qualify for protection in certain instances. An application for work created with the help of AI can support a copyright claim if the human selected or arranged it in a sufficiently creative way that the resulting work constitutes an original work of authorship. Okay. Mm-hmm. That guy did own the software. He owned the software and he created the art, and they said no. They said no. He tried to use work for hire because there are things like once I wrote a script, it was a work for hire. I don't own the copyright to that script. The person who hired me to write the script owns the copyright to that script. So he was trying to do something like that, saying, well, this was a work for hire. I own the copyright because I hired this AI to write the script. And they're like, no, don't work that way. It still needs to be a human producing the work in order for it to be copyrightable. If no human produced it, there is no copyright. I agree. I agree with it. As you see, I agree with the decision because you shouldn't be able to copyright AI art, especially because most AI art is taking its what do you call it? It's inspiration from other copyrighted art, and it's copyright infringement. You shouldn't be able to copyright something that's most likely copyright infringement in the first place. They're not original. There's no such thing as an original AI. Like, it doesn't have an original style. They don't have their own way of thinking, their own way of creating. They copy everything that they do. I don't think it should be copywritten. I don't. Hmm. Yeah, I hard disagree. Especially there's just yeah, because of those presets that they put in. But depending on how they do it, they can get caught out for copyright infringement. You can get caught out for copyright infringement if you steal from another copywritten work. And so that's why I don't think AI should be able to have copyrightable work when they're just biting and stealing from other copywritten work. So no. It's like the whole purpose of copyright is supposed to protect copywritten work. And so I think it would not be it would be going against the grain by allowing AI to have a copyright. My thing is the way AI is set up right now, none of it is original. Everything that they do is in the form of, in the style of, do it like this, do it like that. They're they're learning from things that are already out there. They're taking from styles of things that are already out there. They don't create their own style, their own. There is the way AI is set up right now is they're just taking. And I can't agree with it. I can't agree with them taking from other artists. I especially can't agree with them taking from other artists and them not even being human. I just I just fundamentally disagree with art, with AI, written scripts. I just do not like it. I do not agree with it. It's just I will never be down. I will never be down. This is true. Nothing is original, but I'm sorry, but I'm gonna always be on the side of the humans over machines. Because the moment you start allowing machines to make the work, then that's gonna push out humans making art. And then there's gonna be no more humans allowed to make art, to write these things, to do these things because of capitalism. Capitalism really is capitalism really is the monster here and is the main reason why I can't be down with AI art. I just can't. I can't. I can't be down with something that's going to take the place of humans. I don't like it. I don't like. I don't like it for that main reason. So no, I fundamentally disagree with AI art. I thought the court gave a good reason, and the reason is They only copyright human work. I don't see why machine. That's like saying the difference between there is a difference between an AI created work and like what they were saying in the article about a work that was created from a from a camera, a photograph that still have to have a lot of human work behind it. And I just I don't know. I think their argument is sound. It's the law. Hello. Mm, I don't know. I mean, it's a monkey. Now, all of a sudden, the thing about it is, why would you give a copyright to a monkey? You can't give contracts to a monkey. A monkey can't have a contract. A monkey can't go to court and and fight for his copyright. Why should a monkey have a copyright if it can't even fight for it? Don't even understand what a copyright is. I don't disagree with a monkey not having a copyright. I don't disagree. I do not disagree. No, because just because they have cerebral palsy doesn't mean that's about the movement. That has absolutely nothing to do with their mind, and it has nothing to do with their intellectual ability. Cerebral palsy is not about their intellectual ability. So, as a matter of fact, oh, let me look it up. Okay, yeah, cerebral palsy is a group of disorders that affect a person's ability to move and maintain balance and posture. So, it's CP is the most common motor disability. So it's really not the same. Well, if you mean like somebody who is mentally, um, I don't know if the Lord, there are so many terms that are okay. The words change, so there are certain words you can't even say anymore. So I think it's mentally disabled or mentally challenged. I don't know. I don't know what the words are anymore. But maybe, but the thing about it is, if you have enough if you have enough awareness to create art as a human, I think you would have enough awareness to fight for a copyright. There's a difference between a human awareness and a monkey awareness. Humans and monkeys are different. Humans and monkeys are different. An animal is not going to be aware of complex ideas like, court and ownership, where a human will, at the very least, be able to understand ownership, if not the complexity of copyright law. They'll definitely be able to know ownership. I made this, I own this. So I think there's a difference between a human and a monkey. Okay. And I get that. There's always a discussion to be had. There's always discussion. There's always multiple sides to be seen. And it's perfectly fine for me to have my side and for you to have your side. And we can all have our sides and discuss it um, like. So we like polite discussion. It's what they call stimulating conversation. But so yeah, so like I was saying earlier, um, uh, work got me all messed up. I'm trying my best to get a video to you by Friday. Wednesday, I definitely am going to get to you Wednesday to talk about Soka. Timing is going to be um, check the community page. So I'll let you know definitely about definite if the time is still going to be the same, if it'll move up or if it'll move back. But I'm definitely going to try to get to you on Wednesday. But check the community page about the timing. It may move back. It may move around. We shall see. We shall see. But it's one of those things I won't know until the day. So, but I will, as soon as I know, I'm posting it on the community tab. Um, so, but yeah, so remember tomorrow's Ahsoka. We'll be talking about that on Wednesday. And ironically, Friday is a video about Wednesday. So Um, and then next Monday um, will be next Monday will be no live stream because I will be traveling that day. So I don't think I will be back. I don't think I'm going to be back in time to live stream. So next Monday will just be no live stream. So um please remember us up this week. So I shall see you Wednesday. Remember to double check the community tab just to make sure on the time. I'm going to try to keep it at 5, but um, we'll see. We'll see about the timing on the day. But in the meantime, thanks for watching.